What's up, everybody? My name is Daniel Hearn from Hard Knocks Talks. I am happy to be here today in partnership with the Office of One Health and Wellness at the University of Saskatchewan to bring education to St. John Ambulance therapy dog teams volunteering in our community and others as well. Before we get started, I would like to acknowledge that I am coming to you today from Treaty 6 territory and homeland of the Métis people in Saskatoon, Saskatchewan. Today's speaker is Nancy Poole, and she is going to be speaking about therapy dog program participant diversity and inclusion. Let's bring her in. Hey, Nancy, how are you?
Hi, I'm great.
Why don't you tell us a little bit about who you are and why you do the work you do before we get started?
Sure. So, I work as a researcher on girls and women's health. I lead a Center of Excellence for Women's Health that's based at BC Women's Hospital in Vancouver. And, I have really had a lot of great opportunities with organizations all across Canada to teach a bit about gender issues, about being trauma informed, and lots of other topics that we'll end up talking about today. And it's been such a pleasure to follow the Pause Stress group and the therapy dog groups online. I've had such a great opportunity to learn more and be a part of a couple of the research teams with Colleen Dell about the benefits of therapy dogs. So, really happy to be here.
Awesome. All right, my friend, the floor is yours.
So, here's what we're going to do today. We're going to explore what we're learning about the many aspects of diversity and how they interact and the implications for the work of therapy dog handlers. We're going to consider two aspects of diversity, gender and culture in particular, as examples of where we can improve our response to diversity, and identify how words matter in promoting safety and trustworthiness and inclusion, and identify some common strategies for attending to diversity, gender equity, cultural responsiveness, and inclusion. It's a lot of words, and these are complex ideas, so I hope you enjoy the ride. So, in a lot of fields where a service is often, and I feel like you as therapy dog handlers are very much, and your dogs are very much offering a service. And, in these many fields, here's some of the principles that have been at the core of good practice: being gender informed and trauma informed and reducing harms and being equity oriented and culturally safe and empowering. So today, as we think about diversity, the focus will be on two of these common principles: being gender informed and being culturally safe. So let's get started. So there are so many ways in which we can be diverse. And I've included some here. And, you may recognize many more than these ones on the screen. But all of these are aspects of diversity, and they all kind of have their own cultures that go with them as well. And we'll talk a bit about that as we go along. But the unfortunate thing in our society, I think, is that there's these processes are also connected to diversity. Things like racism and sexism and ableism and stigmatization, marginalization. You get the picture, right? So I think as we talk about inclusion, we also have to recognize that not only do we have to understand the aspects of diversity, but we have to be watching for whether any of these processes are also interfering in the many settings that we might be going to. Like it could be an addiction treatment center, prison, or an emergency department, or wherever you're doing your work, that both you want to be thinking about people's diverse identities. And also, you need to be concerned about how some of these processes may be in play. And, obviously, you're not out to fix the entire world, but you need to be conscious of these things and be thinking about your role in promoting equity and inclusion.